The book of Enoch, is it kosher? The book of Enoch is an obscure apocryphal work dating back to the period of the Second Temple. Apocrypha is a term used to describe writings that are non-canonical. This means that they were not included in the official Jewish Bible. Enoch was allegedly written by the early biblical character Enoch. In Hebrew, Chanoch, who lived 7 generations after Adam and was the great-grandfather of Noah. Now, no one takes this claim seriously, as the text in the book of Enoch makes reference to numerous passages that are only found in biblical books that are written hundreds and hundreds of years afterward. According to rabbinic sources, Chanoch invented writing, arithmetic, and other branches of learning. He was someone who served God, and there are several traditions regarding his seemingly short life of only 365 years compared to everyone else who lived much longer before the flood. Some maintain that he died a natural but premature death, and others hold that he was taken alive, supernaturally, into paradise. The biblical commentary Rashi explains that Chanoch was someone who could easily be swayed to evil, and so God hurried to take him from this world, to remove him while he was still righteous. Now, how is this book of Enoch regarded in Judaism? So it is not regarded as a sacred work. It is not viewed as divinely inspired. And for other reasons as well, as we will discuss, it was never included in the Hebrew Scriptures. The Hebrew Bible of 24 books was canonized by the Anshe Knesset Hagadolah, the men of the Great Assembly. And this body included many of the last prophets, such as Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, as well as the greatest Torah sages living at that time. After this, prophecy ended. There were no more prophets, and will only be revived in the Messianic age. Any writings from after this time were not considered divinely inspired and were not accepted as scripture. Now, the origins of the book of Enoch itself are very obscure. There are some fragments of it that were written in Aramaic that are found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. However, no one really knows if this work was originally composed in Hebrew and then translated into Aramaic, or if it was originally composed in Aramaic. There are actually at least 3 versions of the book of Enoch, and no one knows who composed any of them. It is significant that this book is not cited or referred to in any other classical Jewish texts. In all likelihood, the book of Enoch was composed around 21 or 2200 years ago, but like the Septuagint, the Jewish people were never really interested in it. Now, if you find a Catholic Bible of the Roman Catholic Church, you will see that their Bible includes many apocryphal books, such as Tobit and the Book of Maccabees. But even the Roman Catholic Church does not include the book of Enoch in their Bible. The only people who have preserved the book of Enoch and who consider it as sacred and have it as part of their Bible are several Ethiopian Christian churches. That's it. There are parts of the book of Enoch that are not in line with traditional Jewish beliefs. And that's another reason why it simply never was accepted by the Jewish people. For example, its views of fallen angels and its views on the end of days, which really sound more like Christian eschatology, Christian views and beliefs about the end of days. The book of Enoch references the solar calendar, but in Judaism, our calendar is essentially a lunar calendar. So it's quite likely that this book would pretty much be like the dodo bird today. If it's only a book that has been preserved by two small Ethiopian Christian denominations, and really no one else in the world ever regarded this book as significant, it probably would have gone the way of the dodo bird, and it would have been forgotten today, or possibly only of interest to academics. But thanks to the internet, which has shown a capacity to breathe life into anything bizarre or unusual, there has been a huge resurgence of interest today in this book. However, as far as Judaism is concerned, this book really has no significance, holiness, or real relevance to us.